outside.
After a quick trip to Repco to buy a lovely fresh jack, seeing as I've been using my mate Levi's for the last like 3 years in accordance with that tiny little fucking thing. The car's outside and the motor is still hanging exactly where I left it. The car's sitting here ready for a nice degrease and clean after I mask some or cover some stuff up. Yeah, so I'm going to get right into that. I reckon I'll degrease it, let it soak for a little bit, pull this gearbox off, degrease the gearbox as well because it's got, as I showed before, all that shit on it. So I'll clean it all at once. Yeah, motivation is somewhat high, so I'm going to keep smashing it out while I can be fucked. Well, the rear main's not leaking, so that's cool. Oh, as you can probably see, rear main is bone dry. But like down here and all that does not look so bone dry. So I'm thinking maybe it's just like these bolts all leaking. But I don't really know, to be honest. So I'm going to do a quick examination of both the gearbox and the motor and see where the fuck this oil's coming from. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that it is the rear main. You can kind of see it seeping around there, and there was a whole bunch of oils sitting in here where the bolts went. Bolts were super oily. This side's pretty good, but this side under here is all a little bit oily. So yeah, shoot over to Hamilton tomorrow and hopefully old Nick Waits has got a sump gasket that I can grab. If not him, I'm sure someone will hold one in stock. Slap that in, give the motor a quick clean because it's all pretty oxidisy and yuck. So I can clean that up while it's out the car. I'm going to repaint the rocker cover and drill in some AN lines for a catch can. And yeah. Alright, so it is a new day. The footage you just seen was actually filmed probably about a week and a half ago when I started working on it. I went to the beach for a few days with some mates, but we are back. The last clip you seen was me welding this, I think. You can see that's all welded out. The side's in place, just got to wire wheel some more paint off, weld that up. And I've got a couple wire wheels. So rip all the seam sealer off both sides, and then I'll rip all of that paint and silicone off down there. Could use a broom, fucking gas truck gave out and cracked my fresh windscreen, but that's fine, it's not the end of the world, it's a drift car, who cares. So yeah, I'm going to chuck you guys up on the bench while I start wire wheeling that side, weld it up, and I'll start doing all the seam sealer while I'm there. And yeah, fucking see how much I can get done today. Going to my mate's house for dinner, so I think that's at 3, and it is currently 1:58. So I got about an hour. So let's see what I can get done. Right, got the other side welded in. If you're going to do this at home, this is by no means a tutorial, but don't be a lazy cunt like me and take all the under seal off, because it does catch on fire while you're welding. It smells real bad, it's real bad for your lungs, and to be fair, it can be a bit more of a cunt if you don't know what you're doing, because it'll pop through if you get it too hot. But in saying that, it is done. Not too bad.
Thanks for rocking with us.
So I'm going to start on the wire wheel, down there, and in there. And then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do to reinforce this chassis rail. Whether or not I make the hole smaller, or I cut that sheet out and replace it with some 3mm or what, but we'll sort it out. Alright, so the GoPro died, but I did do a bit of wire wheeling on there to get most of the seam sealer off. I'm mostly just getting it all off because it started burning from the turbo. Did a few little tack welds on there just to hold that closed a bit better. Heaps of seam sealer under the joint, which is a cunt because I can't actually weld it properly. As you can see, it just kind of blows out and goes all yuck, but I'm going to flat that flat anyway, so it'll look all good. Started wire wheeling in there so I can kind of decide what I'm going to do to reinforce it. Whether or not I make a plate that wraps around the whole thing that's currently there, I cut that out, put some rails on the inside, weld a new one in, and then do the same on the back. But that is going to be a job for another day because it is now 3 o'clock. I got to get going. I did nothing yesterday. I was just fucking really lazy. I could not be asked. Yeah, just couldn't be asked, but I'm off work all next week. I'll be in Napier from Tuesday to Saturday or Sunday. So I'll try to do some work tomorrow, whether or not it's on this, or I split the wheels for the E30, because those wheels are being built currently and they need the barrels for that. But yeah, I might film some more for this video tomorrow, but if not, thank you for watching. A little bit of a oddly put together one, because there were clips from a couple weeks ago. I didn't really have an intro, but that doesn't matter, I'm sure you don't care. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will either see you in another clip on the next video.